What's up? What's up?
Here I am.
What's up? What's up? You're here with
Hello.
the Richness. What's happening?
Yeah.
Oh,
How's it going?
Marv, how you doing, bro? We got Darren Wagner, D-Wag, Craig Pack, all that
D-Wag.
stuff.
Hello.
You know,
What's
we got
up, man?
in the chat.
Hello, Darren.
Marv.
Hey, Marv. What's up, Marv? Hey, it looks like a salami.
Yeah.
It looks like one of those salamis I get when I was in Brooklyn.
It looks like a prince about to get bumped out of a frame. To me, that's what it looks like. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this is original art right here. See?
Yeah, it is. Why is it? Is it rolled? Is that a tube? Is that rolled up in a tube?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I would never do that with my art. Oh my God.
Oh, I've gotten a few that way. I have a press. I don't trip on it.
Yeah.
I have a press, bro. I just go right to it. Oh, now I remember what I went upstairs for and didn't get. Freaking knife. Now I gotta bring out the big boy. Dang it. I went upstairs just a few minutes ago, and I got distracted because daughter-in-law's up there making strawberry jam. She's like got the strawberries boiling and everything, and the whole house just smelled like, oh goodness, you know. And I got distracted by the strawberry jam, and I forgot to grab a knife. So I don't know. There's a lot of tape on the edge of this thing.
Uh-oh.
Let's see how this works.
Who else do we have aside from Corey Hardiman today?
Well, me and you and maybe Phil Leon.
That's it?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. It's like, you know.
We had people cancel. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, we had a couple people that couldn't make it. So, you know, I mean, I'm not going to. Oh, what do we got here?
I don't know. What do we got there?
Be careful. Oh my God! I can already tell this is awesome. Oh shit! Oh, there's more than one.
There's more than one.
Oh my.
Dude.
Come on. Okay, let's see. I got to do this really carefully because Scotch tape is a bad thing, Marv. Scotch tape is a bad thing. We had to make sure we got that piece off there. This says, oh, dude, he said I could sell this one to help the madness, but I'm not sure which one is which. He's going to have to tell us. He said I could sell one to help, you know, pay some bills. What are we, dude, there's all kinds of, what's going on here? What is, oh my God. I'm trying not to mess anything up, taking them apart. Oh, man. What do we got here? Okay, there's a wonderful note from Marv.
Aw. Hey, Marv, what's up, man?
Okay. We got this one.
Yeah.
Which I will be pressing out. Don't worry about that roll. That's why I have a press.
God, that looks really nice.
Dude.
Holy goodness. Marv, you're really good.
Now,
wow.
This one says, it says, thank you so much for your support, Marv. Thank you, bro. This is amazing. This is a way to give.
Away. That's really good stuff, dude. That really is.
Oh, man. Dude. Amazing.
It is amazing. Oh my God. Excuse me.
But there's more. That's, oh, man. Oh, man. Dude.
You sound like a kid during Christmas, man.
Are you looking at this, bro?
Oh, that's lovely. That's lovely. My goodness.
Oh, man. And then I assume this is the one that's for me because this one's taped up really, really good. So I guess we're going to have maybe some kind of an auction or some kind of a something. We'll figure something out for that. Gee, man. Marv, what is up, dude? It's amazing, man. Okay, now I got to try and get this one unwrapped. This one's got tape all over it. MarV, tape bad. If you're going to use tape, you use that green painter's tape, that green or that blue painter's tape, because it just peels right off stuff without messing it up. Like paint on your walls. Scotch tape, on the other hand, you get it off something and it grabs something else. You know what I mean? And before you know it, it's stuck to the cover of your comic book. And everybody who collects comics knows what I'm talking about. Oh man, we're getting there though. We're getting her out. We're getting her out. Oh man, I can see glimpses. I see glimpses.
Of what?
Oh, dude. Yeah, somebody's print's getting bumped. Somebody's print's getting bumped right now.
Wow, that took him a while to do. Holy God, that's lovely.
Unbelievable.
That is some really lovely stuff, man.
Unbelievable.
Excuse me.
Oh yeah, somebody's print's getting bumped out of a frame. Some original art's hitting the wall. Dude, Axel and the Sin Killer are mine, and the other one is for the Mad. Dude, that's... MarV, love you, bro. That's freaking awesome.
That's very nice of him to do that.
Wow. Axel Rose, y'all.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really
that's old school Axel, y'all.
That's crazy. That is insane.
And this one right here, we're gonna have to figure out a way to give this one away. This one's awesome too. I just probably keep that one wrapped up and rolled up so we can ship it right back out to somebody. How's that sound? Put it right back in that tube so we don't get messed up. Oh yeah. MarV, dude. I got another thing over here to open, yo.
I gotta
still
see
got
that.
one more. Huh?
I gotta see this. What else are you opening there?
I got a I haven't even got to it yet. I got the Rainy Road book 668 from Michael Gonzalez.
Okay, cool.
That arrived today as well. That was one of them that we jumped on board, helped launch, or helped kick off and get rolling, and really looking forward to seeing what we got in that package. He couldn't be out here. He wanted to come out with us, but he had previous engagement.
Uh-oh. What was that engagement?
So I think he said kids soccer practice or something like that he had to be at. So, oh yeah, we got a Gemini inside a priority mailer. See how that works? You put a Gemini inside the priority mailer. All right. What do we got in here? See, MarV, this is the tape I'm talking about. Peels right off. Doesn't take nothing off your books. Doesn't damage your product. Painter's tape. Good stuff. Wah, wah. Oh, dude.
What?
Yes, I do remember you asking me that, MarV. He asked, who did I like more, Guns N' Roses or Billy Idol? And not saying I like one more than the other, but definitely when it comes to whose music I bought more of, I would definitely say Guns N' Roses. So definitely. We got stuff. We got more stuff. This is Michael Gonzalez. Rainy Road. A nice bubble wrap envelope. We got extras. Neotheric, Return of the King. This is new to me. I'm going to have to check this one out. Oh, damn it. Come on, buttons. Neotheric.
Oh, wow. Ooh.
The Return of the King.
Return of the King.
Michael Gonzalez, Andre Portilla, and Dave Mims.
That looks yummy.
And yeah, this is a nice thick square bound. I'm gonna say somewhere 80 pages probably. I do not want to take it out right now because I got too much stuff spread out here. We have a poster. A poster. There you go.
Ooh.
There you go. That gives you a little idea what's in the book, huh?
I dig it. Look at that.
Dino Hunters or something.
Ooh. I love Dino Hunters.
Cool.
I used to love Turok Dinosaur Hunter when that was on when it was with what was it, Valiant and everything?
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to really like Turok Dinosaur Turok Turok. That's the name.
The main
look at that. 6 and 8. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That looks so crazy.
And he sent these in nice Mylar, both of them in nice Mylar bags. I mean, we got some stickers in here.
That's a great idea.
Stickers for the indie cabinet, the indie filing cabinet.
Wow.
I got stickers all over that thing, man. See, Marv, this is what I'm talking about. This blue tape, it just comes off and goes away, bro. Not like, how sometimes you try to take the Scotch tape off, it tears the whole bag up, makes it all messed up. We got stickers. Oh, yeah. Check this out, dude. Check this out.
Oh, how cute. That's
like
cool,
it.
Man. That's cool.
I like it. Got the Rainy Road logo, and 6'8". The 6'8".
Yeah. Yay.
All right.
That looks awesome, dude.
I'm pretty jacked, man. You guys killing it.
Mm-hmm.
And this was pretty freaking fast fulfillment too. Really fast fulfillment.
Nice.
It wasn't that long ago that this one ended. Bang. Yeah. Pop Culture got his today too. Cool.
Pops, I received my 6'8". Wow, nicely done.
Nice. Good job, Michael. You killed it, bro. I'm gonna be reading me some comics as soon as I get my glasses replaced. God, that's a whole nother
I can read all the comments. It's not a big deal. I mean,
no, I said the comics. I can't read these till I get my glasses replaced, man. They broke the other night. They broke the other night. And I had the.
They did.
Yeah, the night before CRoM Con. The night before CRoM Con. And then I'm out here. God. And then the power went out, and I couldn't even read comics while the power was out.
How bad was it yesterday?
Yesterday wasn't bad. Today or the day before was pretty bad.
Oh man, that's terrifying. I'm sorry, man. I really am.
Oh no, I mean, I'm the dumbass. Look, the first tornado warning we had last week, the first one of the year. I go upstairs. It's 2:00 in the morning, 1:30 in the morning, or whatever. I go up there and sit by the window and watch the trees, waiting to see if it gets violent enough that I have to wake up the family and hustle them into the Harry Potter closet.
Jesus Christ.
But I mean, I'm not gonna wake them all up and scare them all to death unless it's actually popping. So I'm just sitting on the couch watching the trees for an hour or so, waiting for that tornado warning to go away. But yeah, oh man, I got to do something with all this art. MarV, dude.
You deserve it, Pops. You really do.
Dude, come on. This is like, no. What the part that I really love is that he sent us something extra to sell or whatever, to auction off or whatever, to use to help keep the lights on here. I mean, I love what he said for me, but the fact that he also went out of his way and sent us something to help keep the lights on, that's amazing. That's being part of the fam, man. I love that.
Man. That is.
Man,
really...
what am I going to do with it? I might have to get its own frame for that. That's so cool, man. How do you do that, MarV? Is that like, what is that, charcoal work or what? How do you get this? You're gonna have to tell us what's up with this one, MarV. How do you do this like this? This one. How do you do this? Give us the words, man. Killed it. Dude's killing it. They both killed it. Love that quick fulfillment too out of Rainy Roads. That's good. That always brings your fans back. They know they're going to get their book. Always brings your fans back for book 2. Yeah, you got to make some stickers for Sin Killer. I'm going to need some stickers on my, over there on that filing cabinet. Dude. Charcoal and pastel. I thought it was charcoal, but I didn't want to. I'm not an artist. I don't know that shit. I didn't want to say anything. But yeah, charcoal and pastel. That is freaking awesome. I'm going to have to drop that thing into the press, get it flattened out a little bit, and drop her in a frame. Somebody's losing the frame. Lindsay, who's it going to be? Oh, I think I know what's going to happen. Okay, I got it figured out already. Oh, and did I tell you a couple of comics fell off the wall? Doesn't it during the, what, you see that spot? You see this spot right here?
All the way back there? Yeah, I think so, yeah.
They fell, but they only fell like 4 inches onto the shelf. Boom.
Oh, that's horrible.
I'm really lucky there was a shelf right there, you know.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Frames didn't break or nothing, but
yeah.
Marv, love you, bro. That was amazing. Michael, you guys rock. Madness is a cool place to hang out. What time we got? 4:18. Let's talk about Incantessi for a minute.
What?
Brother.
Okay, let's talk about Incantessi for a minute. Let's do that. Hello, my name is Rich Perotta. A lot of you most likely know me. I am the writer and the artist of the graphic novel series, and I'm not going to call it miniseries anymore because I'm making an announcement right now. I might as well do it. This series will be as usual. This series, the Incantessi, will continue going on as long as I have stories to tell with it. So you can expect to see this book for quite some time, and it will be released on a quarterly basis, possibly sooner, because there may be format changes that I'll have after I finish this 4-chapter thing or the next 4-chapter thing. So we'll see what happens. But yes, also, since we're all here, guess what? You're going to love this one. Guys, a whole bunch of people have already bought all the art. I mean, the 4 pages of art that I posted, they're all gone. You know, I mean, barring that. Right. Yeah, that means I have to post more. So, which I did. So I did. Now, if you want to go to where it says story or something like, I think if you go to story, if you go to the story section or whatever, just scroll down there. You should be able to see it. You know, so for the commission tiers, by the way, for the commission tiers, if anybody backs one of the commission tiers, that video shows you exactly what I'm capable of when it comes to a commission. So anyway, let's go to the next one down if you want.
Yeah, I gotta grab something here real quick.
Okay.
My drink wasn't within reach. I had to go get it. Okay.
That's right. Yeah, you see, this page over here, the double page spread, was actually, you remember I drew that on the last day of the campaign for issue 1.
Yep.
For chapter 1, yes. I drew that on the last day of the campaign for chapter 1. I still have that. And I mean, the way that the story was unfolding, I decided to take this double page spread and put it to the first 2 pages of chapter 3. But technically, since I drew it for chapter 2, it's still eligible. Thank you, Marv. It's still eligible chapter 2 art. So now, if anybody wants, you can get this son of a bitch, this big ass double page spread. It's there as a reward in the Kickstarter, just waiting for someone to gobble it up. And that is a badass piece. Truly, 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 it really is. I love it. I'm happy about it. You know, so it's there for the taking if you want it. You know, and the next one down there this is one of 4 pages that I drew of the conflict between these between the three witches who were initially trying to kill the main character, but one of them has a change of heart. And the fighting scenes that are before this page are even wilder than this one, but I wanted to tease everybody with this one right over here. So this is also a page that's available, and it's only 90 British pounds at this point. It's cheaper than the other ones that I'm offering, but I still have this open and ready to be purchased if you like. Of course, I'm going to sign it. And of course, I'm going to include a digital copy of Chapter 2 along with it. And once fulfillment is done, I will, once the campaign succeeds, and as soon as I get that out there, if this is the one thing that anybody ordered, these go out immediately. And I'll make sure that these have to be certified delivered, and they're going to be super hermetically sealed because I got to deliver this from Britain. But yes, by all means, there's three more pages of art that you wish to purchase. This page was purchased yesterday also. That's crazy. I put that in there, and like 2 hours later that someone bought it. It was crazy. Absolutely nuts. And a friend of mine who I know who it is picked up the cover, the black and white original art of the cover for issue 2, I mean. That's me. Okay, I'm sorry. That is a YouTube video of me drawing page 37 that was also offered as a reward in real time. So you get to see, not only you get to see me in action, but you also get to see how a comic book page is constructed in real time. And that's kind of a rarity. A lot of artists don't do that. I rarely, if ever, see any type of artists, start a page and then finish one, start to finish. So you get to see what I do, and you get to see, quite frankly, what I'm capable of doing. That includes commissions and all that stuff too. So look, it even says this is a page 37 for Chapter 2 from start to finish. Take a look. By all means, please peruse. Take a look at the other stuff I have. This will eventually, if I sell out those other pages, this is another page that's going to go up. This will be another page that's going to go up. Who's that? Okay, that's nothing. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, this page also was gobbled up immediately. This turned out to be the replacement for the double page spread that I decided to transfer over to Chapter 3. This is the big reveal of Cassandra in her full-on Incantessi outfit. Let's see, scroll. I think, 37 is also shown in its full glory. Yep, there it is. That's page 37. That I just fit that was finished a little while ago. Those page 47 and page 37 were already back, like maybe an hour or two after the campaign started.
So that's the page where she's designing her costume. That's cool.
Yep, that's the page where she's inspired by her. She's inspired, like, I think I'm going to do that. So she decides to do it. So there you go. And these are just some other ancillary pages that I put in. And yeah, it's a lot of good stuff. This is as good as the art for the first issue was. The art for the second issue is better. In my opinion, it's a lot better. It's a lot sharper. I'm more comfortable drawing the characters, and I know where the story is going. And I'm having so much fun with it. Sorry, gotta go. My wife is going home. Pop, she's okay. Pleasure to give you those pieces. I'm happy you like them. Be safe. Bye, everyone. Take care, Marv. See you later, buddy.
Love you, bro.
Yeah, man. That was very nice of you, Mark.
Edwards.
Hey, guys. What's up? Hello, Skip Edwards.
What pages are left? See? Look, Pop ain't got
the double page spread. The double page. You want to scroll up a little bit more?
Yeah, up. We go up. What do we got left?
Okay.
Let's start.
You got to keep going all the way up. No, go down. Go down. All right. Yeah. The double page spread. Okay, this page over here, and if you want to give me a minute, I could edit the Kickstarter and then include the other 3 pages that go along with that fight. But right now these 3 are the ones that are available.
Madness Special Tier. Have your choice. One of these couple pieces that you make available right now.
Yeah, no joke, dude. Because they went real quick, and it's like boom, 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 and I'm like, wow, That's crazy.
We're gonna bring Corey out here in a minute. While we're talking to Corey, you can go ahead and edit that. And
yeah,
then
I'll do that. And then
at the end of his segment, we'll pull this back up, show everybody the new stuff that you added to it, and then call it a show. How's that?
All right. Yeah, definitely. All right, that's great. But yeah, I'll add the other remaining pages that I have, and see if anybody wants. All right.
Well, I kind of think, Rich, that people like your work because they be
snapping
it up every time you put something up there. They're like, "Eat gone."
Well, this was the fastest. This is by far and away the fastest any of my art has gone. And if and again, you've seen me do it, Pops. I mean, I've been drawing pages for issue 3 to make sure that I get a step ahead when I finish the campaign for this one. Oh, Pops, I'm going to take pictures of all the ones that I've drawn so far. It's going to blow your mind. It will blow your mind what I'm doing. It's going to be nuts. Truly.
Now, you're at 28 baggers, son, in about not quite 24 hours.
Not quite yet. No, not quite 24 hours. I have I have 998 British pounds. Which is what is that? What is that?
1,385 over here.
1385 in the United States. Yeah, that I made in one day what it took me 6 days to do for the first campaign.
Yeah, we're almost halfway there, bro.
We're almost halfway there, and we're gonna see if we can get halfway there. We're gonna see if we can get halfway there.
We're gonna get all the way there. All you gotta do is put up some more art.
Yeah, I know. Don't even, please, just no. No, stop. Honestly, I can't. I just can't because it's like, okay. But yes, I'm gonna put up.
Think of it like this, Rich. Think of it like this. 40, 50 years from now, there's gonna be somebody like my grandson showing off page 42 from Incantessi #1.
Yeah. And then I don't know who's gonna draw Incantessi when I die, but we'll see what happens.
Well, I know who's going to be holding on to that. Actually, it'll probably be Sophia. I probably shouldn't have said grandson. Sophia's probably going to grab that thing. You know her. Sophia
Brocani.
I mean Sophia, my granddaughter.
Oh, your granddaughter? Oh, okay, all right. I'm sorry. That's the first thing I thought.
She'll probably take this. That's the one that's supposed to draw some fan art for you.
Yeah, she better do it because I'm gonna be printing this thing. She has to be in there.
Yes. I'll get her on it. I will.
Yeah, but
she does the week with her dad and then week back home thing during the summer. So she just came home today. So I will get her on that. But we
got plenty of time.
She'll probably be owning Incantessi page number 42 and telling people about it 40, 50 years from now. You watch.
Let's hope it lasts that long. I plan on doing a lot of stuff with this. I really do. It's going to go beyond easily going to go beyond issue 12, and I'm going to figure out how to do it bi-monthly.
All right.
Like cool. Once every other month, or at the very least, once every 3 months. That's the longest that I'm going to wait because I want everybody to see how consistent and how damn good this book is. I'm trying to get this for my niece. What? Trying to get what for your niece?
The book. It's really easy. You just hit that button right there.
Well, what country is he in? I mean, I actually had an issue this morning. Well, not so much an issue. A gentleman from Canada who followed my campaign. He asked me how much is the postage for that because I didn't put down the postage for Canada, how much it's going to cost. So I had to put everything in, and I was just like, okay, there you go. And then maybe like a half hour later, he backed the campaign, and now I got to tell him that I'm going to go beyond 12 issues easy. For Incantessi. This is going to be a long while. So, yeah, I'm going to do this for quite some time.
All right. So, Rich, we do have one guest showed up tonight.
Please, let's introduce this man. It's 4:30 now. Let's do it. Bring him in.
We have the, I believe, the creator of Sister Mercy.
Hey.
And right now, we got Mr. Corey Hardiman here. And
Corey, what's up?
How's it going?
3 days left.
How you doing?
Good, thanks. Yeah, there's a little under 3 days left to go. It's been going great. You guys can hear me all right? I had all kinds of technical difficulties trying to get set up here. I got the Xbox headset going now.
I can hear you just
really good.
Beautiful.
Corey, I'm Go ahead, you first, buddy.
Oh no, I was just going to say, campaign got off to an absolutely fantastic start now, and it's just winding down with these little under 3 days left to go.
You should be proud of yourself, because I'm looking at some of this art over here, and it's spectacular. I'm looking at the interior pages, and these really hit. These are gorgeous.
Ricardo Silva, he's an amazing artist. It's been an absolute blessing to work with him. I've said it time and time again.
Oh my God, this guy from Brazil.
He is, yeah, he is.
They turn them out like mosquitoes. Brazil churns out prime quality comic book artists like mosquitoes on a warm summer night in the middle of the swamp. It's just
my entire team works out of Brazil. The interior colorist, Ricardo, the letterer, they all work together, and they do amazing work.
Portuguese. Do you speak Portuguese, or do you speak Spanish, or either of those things?
I barely speak English. No.
My friend, that's okay. My friend Sophia, my great friend Sophia, who I helped create the character that I'm working on, which I'm not going to talk about because it's your thing now. She talks so fast. She talks so damn fast in Italian, and here I am trying to copy paste and put everything into Google Translate, and then try and answer it in the right way. And I'm just like, my hands don't move that much, and it's like. Well, you know what? That brings me to a question. Does the language barrier have any type of obstacle when it concerns?
It was in the beginning. It was more so in the beginning. We've learned to work with it over time. Plus, Ricardo's English has gotten a lot better over the last couple of years. Now we've been doing this for I think 4 years together. In the beginning, it was, but I've just I've learned to just give him as much detail as possible and not to assume anything. But sometimes it's actually worked out to my advantage because he's misunderstood some things I've said, and the resulting product was something I actually like better. So I'm like, okay, well, we'll go with that.
Nice. Excellent. No, that's really good. You know, because communication is very, very important when you have a team going on. And
wholeheartedly.
Yes, and the fact that you've managed to go past that language barrier, which is a common thing, really, because of the way that we can now all communicate globally instead of just around the block or something along those lines. I mean, it's really opened up a lot of really great things.
Well, I get a lot of comments on my Sister Mercy page from a lot of different languages. I'm into Google Translate quite often to find out what they're saying.
Yeah, absolutely. But I'm sorry. Go ahead, Pops.
Oh, you're good. I'm just.
Oh, okay, all right. You're just listening. Okay, all right.
I gotta say, Pops, it's a pleasure to be on your show finally too, as well. Thank you very much for letting me be on here. Since I've seen the madness around now forever, so it's cool to make it on here finally.
I kind of been following you for a couple of issues now. And,
right on, thank you.
I mean, we've been putting your banners up above the groups since the last book, right? Sister Mercy.
Yep, absolutely. Oh, yeah, Madness has been fantastic. It's a fantastic group. It really is. Great group of people.
We just love good stuff, man. You know, when I pulled this up this morning, it was under 17K. Every time I pulled it up, I pulled it up again later to set up the banner in the StreamYard. I pulled it up again now to set this up. Every time, the numbers just jump.
Yeah, it's been doing pretty good today. Today hasn't been too bad. At the end of that final 3-day push where things usually seem to pick up a little bit.
It's nice to get you out here and finally get to meet you. And always, as you go forward with this, you make sure I get banners for anything you're doing, man.
I'll be happy to do so. Happy to do so.
That's kind of a thing now. I really like the banner program.
I love seeing what one's going to be up there every other day. It's kind of neat to see what's coming next. It's a great idea.
Because some people don't see everything. I mean, our feed scrolls pretty fast. Some people don't see everything. So I like to try and make sure that something sits there where you can see it for a little while.
Yep, that's right.
So I put it up there overnight. I leave it up there for a whole day, and then I go to the next guy. But
that's awesome. Yeah.
There's a pretty solid rotation, but I always need more banners. Rich, where's my banner for Incandescent 4? Rich.
All right. Incandescent 4? I'm not even on. I barely started on 3.
You didn't send me one for 2. I might as well get you ready for 4, right?
All right. I'll send one for 2. Well, how about I just give you the graphic that you see on the Kickstarter? That's the banner. I don't know.
Yeah, I know, but I don't want to like take it and start putting stuff on it. Like if
You
there's a
could. I
certain
don't
font-
care.
No,
I don't
if
care.
put the correct
I'm like, here, take
comic-related
it. Go ahead.
madness on it. You got to put the font you want to use on it. You might want to use something that blends with your art. You don't want me to just go in there and put comic-related madness in white letters across your fucking art.
Okay, I'll figure it out maybe later tonight. I have no idea.
I have more respect for your art than that, Rich. I would not.
I
do
know,
that.
but thank you. But I'm just like, oh my word. Yeah, there's a lot there, but yeah,
Awesome.
Looking forward to checking out the Sister Mercy series. Yes, you should definitely check this out. I mean, forgive me. Oh, God, what is that? What's your name again? I'm sorry. Corey, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm terrible with names. It's not.
No, it's okay.
In any way. I'm looking at this. I'm focused really on the interior pages here that you have as I scroll down. Where the 4-page preview.
Yeah.
This is stunning artwork. It's beautifully. It's really set up cinematically, and the angles here and the perspective. It's one thing you could draw a 3-point perspective, but it's another thing when you can put in this much detail into this thing. I mean, does he ink his own work, or do you have an inker taking care of his stuff for him?
Yeah, he inks it himself. I usually I decide upon. I'll send him a sketch and decide upon the panel layout, and I'll do my weird little scribbles in each panel, which are like stick figures, and I can't even draw a straight line. But somehow he's able to interpret that along with my pointers, and he brings back exactly 9 times out of 10 exactly what I was expecting or better, right? And it's just it's so. I've been a writer for a long time, but I always wrote prose and fiction before, and this was Sister Mercy was my first time doing a comic book, and it was just such a weird reality to see an idea come to life visually the way a comic book does, and hooked instantly. Wow. Absolutely hooked instantly.
So this is book 4. You went through 1, 2. I came on board, found what you were doing during 3. Give everybody a little throwback to the story. Give everybody a little who Sister Mercy is.
Sure. Well, it's a post-apocalyptic tale. Sister Mercy is a schizophrenic nun who was led by the voice of God across this wasteland in search of her missing mother. And it's up to the reader to decide whether it's actually the voice of God or her schizophrenia. And there's a lot of obstacles along the way. And the voices in her head act as a bit of almost like an eye in the sky in the Matrix. Take 2 steps to the left, jump right now. And as long as she does what the voice tells her to do, things work out good. But she can be pretty stubborn in her own right. And it's definitely a bad girl comic. It's Mad Max meets Joan of Arc is also one way I've used to describe it. It's definitely I'm hoping at least that it's a page turner. It's very story driven, and it's all every issue is just another chapter in the greater story, and it's going to take me 8 issues to tell the first complete arc.
Nicely done.
So this is actually the halfway point, just completed now, and we're now starting work on issue 5.
And I am seeing names I know. I seen Paul. I see Walter Figueroa. I do see names I know that I'm familiar with. So
I try to bring in a different group of guest artists every issue, and because there's so many out there, I would love to be able to work with every one of them. And I just have a list of guys and girls that I just absolutely would love to get a Sister Mercy cover from. I had a Mike CRoM one for issue 3. That was a real big feather in my cap. Major fan of Mike CRoM's work.
Yes. Very good stuff that guy does. So, what's going on here? We getting ready to take down a power plant? What?
Right. So, so that's Sister Mercy and Benny. She got picked up. I won't say hitchhiking, but she made a friend in the last issue, and became aware of some things that were going on. So this place right here is Inferno. This issue is very, very loosely based on Dante's Inferno, which has always been one of my favorite books. My son's name is Dante. So this is where the gas is, and I don't want to say too much because it's I don't want to spoil anything. But yeah, this is definitely where the next conflict takes place. That's for sure.
Yeah. I mean, we kind of get it. It's post-apocalyptic. Nobody's.
Yep.
There's not too many refineries around, and whoever's got the power's got the power.
That's right. You got it. Exactly.
I mean, that's Tank Girl. That's any old, any of them. There's always, so that probably, it's not really something you have to worry about people not figuring out. They're going to figure it out.
Oh, no, that much for sure. I just didn't want to go any further past that. Yeah, I figured that much is pretty obvious from the pictures.
And there's the adults only cover.
Yeah, there's the cheesecake copy. Those are always very, very popular.
You bet.
Yeah, I wonder why.
I mean,
you're right.
Part of the game.
Yeah, it is. It's it absolutely is.
So 4 books, man. You, how has your fulfillment experience been?
Good and getting better. It's so far we've been able to hit all deadlines ahead of schedule. The last issue we were actually on par to reach fulfillment of quite a few months ahead of schedule, but then with the COVID and shipping and the same thing that happens to everybody. Yeah. But we were still able to make the deadline on time, but we weren't as early as we would have liked to have been. And actually just today, I sent off the proofs to a Canadian shipper and or a Canadian printer for the first time, and they had them ready in a few hours. I couldn't believe it. I'm used to waiting much longer than that, and waiting for the parcel to come from the U.S. before I could see it and stuff. So this is actually going to. I expect fulfillment on this. I should be able to beat it by at least 2 months. Is my expectation right now.
Wow, nice.
Excellent.
So we're talking about stretch goals. What do we got here?
Yes, we got them all unlocked.
All unlocked. So that means you have to add something, bro.
Right? Yes, and I know. I was thinking. No, because these are actually in Canadian prices. So in Canadian dollars, I just passed 21K. So that just got unlocked here within the last day or so. So I'm going to I got to put another one up there for a Canadian one.
Give them
something for a 7th one. Sorry, what's that?
Give them something to push for. You got 66 hours, bro.
Oh, absolutely, for sure. Always room for another sticker.
Anything, it's like a random piece of original art, sketch cards, whatever. Just throw something else on there.
Absolutely. Haven't done the bookmark yet, so that'll be. There's always people like their bookmarks as well.
There's a guy called named, his name isn't, but his business, Phoenix Animation. He does all kinds of metal stuff, metal bookmarks, covers, everything. And some of the stuff he's done has blown me away, man. It's like, I know there's other people that do it too, but I don't know what it is about the ones he's doing, but they just seem to pop more. I don't know. I've
started looking into those stuff here just over the last couple of days, and I think for issue 5, I want to lean in the direction of some special metal covers and stuff like that as well. It's not something I've had my hands on yet. I got to back a campaign and get one in my hands to see what it looks like and feels like before I decide on what I'm going to do with it.
Well, I have 2, but they're both in frames on the wall. We got one of the early Polito. I can't remember which campaign it was, but we got one of the early ones. I don't know if you can see where I'm pointing, but that one way up there is metal.
Okay, cool.
Right below it. Those 2 right there are both metal.
Right on.
One of them is the John Boy Meyer cover. The black one is the John Boy Meyer cover. There's only 12 of those. And,
sweet.
Or only 13. I mean, there's only 12 other ones, and only 9 of those are in circulation. There's only 10 in circulation.
That's awesome.
That was a add-in, not an add-on. Like Brian Polito, Lady Death. That was one of them where he just sometimes just turbocharges the campaign, and we're going to give away 10 of these awesome metal covers to random people.
Oh, sweet. Wow. That's awesome.
I got to be one of the random people when the John Boy Meyer cover.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
What a great idea that is, too. I know one of my one of the stretch goals that was just unlocked here recently was I do five draws for original art from one of the previous issues of Sister Mercy, and we send them out to any backer. As long as they've chosen a tier that has all accrued stretch goals, their name goes in for the draw.
Nice. See, that's anything new, anything exciting. Fan engagement is so key. You know?
Absolutely.
And I've been loving this. I've been loving the way this one looks from the beginning. Of course, it's on Kickstarter, so I had to wait till we get down to the end before I can consider it.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I'm glad I got to get you out here before it was over. There's so many of these that slip by under the radar.
Oh, I imagine there's always so many campaigns going at once. It's crazy, and there's a lot of really good campaigns going right now as well.
And sometimes we don't catch them until there's 3-4 days left. And it's like, how did I not see this? This is what I do all day. You know, how did I not see this until the last minute? Of course, yours, I'm following you for a couple issues now, so it wasn't a surprise. But there's a couple of them, man. They just sneak up on you, and it's like, where's this been?
Yep, exactly.
I love getting on. Like, we launched Rich's book yesterday. We just launched it yesterday.
Yay.
Oh, okay.
During CRoM Con. And, like, having a good time, Rich?
I'm going to have to go on there and check that out after we're done.
I'm just looking at this art, and it just gets better as you go along. It
does. I guess
really beautiful. I mean, you know, there's the cheesecake thing, of course, but still, to me, it's like, I really love the dynamic layout and the story that even some of these in the story that the covers tell you without revealing anything. I love it. And the colors here too. They're just astonishing, and it's just.
Oh, Fred Marino does the coloring. Yeah, Fred does absolutely fantastic work.
Worth every penny. This guy is just like he's really above.
He's actually. He's currently recoloring issue 1 because I want to do an issue 1 relaunch because I want to do the graphic novel here soon. I want the same coloring for every issue. And Fred had done the 2 to 4, so I'm going back to get him to redo 1 so they all look the same.
Okay, all right, yeah. Well, that's a good move. Any plans on a retailer tier on Sister Mercy or Incantesti? What's a retailer tier?
That's where you offer like maybe 5-10 books to a retailer, like to a store option. They don't care so much about the bookmarks and the stickers. They want the books, maybe a poster to put up in the window, right? But you send them 10 books at a discounted price so that they can sell them on the shelves of their store. If they sell, they buy more.
Yeah,
that's a great idea.
That's I can actually put that up as a reward very shortly.
Yeah, I can look into that as well. I've never even considered that before, but what a really good idea that is.
That's a very good idea, because I'll have one where it's like a retailer tier of like, let me write that down.
There are store owners now that are actually looking at the campaigns and hoping they can get some of these at a discounted price where they can afford to put them on the shelf and make a buck.
Right on. Yeah, that makes sense.
There's a guy named Danny Morales. He's in the Comic Related Madness. He works down at the Collective down in Florida. And he basically like kind of kicked off what he calls the Collective Initiative. One whole wall of the store is nothing but indie books that he finds through things like CRoM Con, through the Madness, through other people's podcasts. And if they have a retailer tier, then he goes up to his boss and he's like, "Yo, man, I think we can sell some of these," because he knows his customers, right?
That's
he knows
great.
What kind of stuff that they like, so he can pick and choose. Hey, I think our people will like this. Our people might not like that, but you know what I mean? And retailers are starting to look, because look how many titles there aren't anymore in mainstream. That's a lot of dead shelf spots. That's a lot of dead shelf space for a retailer. They need books to put in those spots, man. I mean, maybe you're not going to make all the money you wanted to make, but when you put 10 on somebody's shelf and they sell them all and they want more, now you're moving product. That
Absolutely.
has a whole different connotation when you're talking about money at the other end of the game. Moving product is what you're trying to do.
And getting that comic into as many hands as possible and as many eyes as possible. 100%. I couldn't agree more.
Yeah, that's great, because I mean, if I calculate how much my hardcover costs, I just figured out how if I wanted to do a set of 5 or a set of 10, I offer like maybe 25% less, and if it's like 10, you offer like 35% less. I mean, yeah, you're biting it a little bit, but that to me doesn't really mean anything, because I want, just like you, Corey, I want to make sure that everybody gets a chance to get this damn book and look at it and back it if they want to do it for their own sake. You know, another thing that should be another thing, if anybody should do anything like that, is to make sure that you get an ISBN number for each one of these books. You know, for get an ISBN number, and you see, here I live in the United Kingdom, and here you can get two kinds of ISBN numbers. You can get one that's universal. You can get one that's run for a solely independent company, and the independent one is like half the price of like a regular ISBN, but it has the same power and ability to be spread about and sold anywhere you want. You just have to jump through a couple of extra steps, but that's a fantastic thing. That's a fantastic plan. Oh my God, I never thought of that in my life. Holy crap!
Yeah, and I'm in Canada, so I'd have to see what the specifics are here as well.
Wow, man. How's it going in Canada over there, man? I
hot today.
Hot? Yeah, I know. That's
odd. It's like almost 40 degrees today, but I'm not complaining because I like the heat.
Are you kidding?
I love the heat. People are out there dying, and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go mow the lawn. Like, this is great. Like, I love it.
Oh, my God.
But as soon as it drops below 10 degrees, I'm like the first person to complain about the cold. I hate the cold, right? So, but no, the heat. This is probably the hottest day we've seen in a long, long time.
I spent 35 years in Phoenix.
I'm impressed.
I spent the first 15 in Minneapolis.
Okay.
Minnesota, okay, which is might as well be Canada, okay? I spent my first 15 years there. I was like, okay, I'm done shoveling snow.
Right.
I wasn't even shoveling snow for my own car, okay? I was doing it for my folks, right? Shoveling their driveway every time it snowed. Okay, I'm done with this. I got my permit and drove to Phoenix. I didn't even wait to get my license. I got my permit, got my car, drove to Phoenix. I was done. I ain't doing it anymore.
I always said if I ever move to the States, which I would someday, I would like to, it'll always be Florida or Texas. I want to go where it's hot. It's just a matter of am I going to be scared of scorpions or alligators, right?
Arizona's hot, right? Arizona's hot. And about 8 years ago, it was like it finally got to me. It was like I couldn't even go outside in the summer. I mean, I was playing golf every summer forever, right? And then 1 year, it was just like I couldn't even go outside. It just drained my energy.
I just love to see the desert. That's even a foreign concept to me. I've never seen a desert before. I would love to see a desert.
Is beautiful. You got everything there. You got the painted desert, the meteor crater. You got the petrified forest, desert.
Wow.
You got pine forests. You got mountains. You got everything. Arizona has everything except beachfront property. Just wait.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Oh my goodness gracious! Yeah, that's going to drown half of the UK. I'll tell you that for nothing.
Oh, it's going to drown half of Arizona too. I mean, Phoenix is only like barely above sea level. If it's above sea, I don't even know if it is above. It's barely above sea level, like 600 feet or something.
I think the elevation here in the UK is pretty high. I'm not too sure. I mean, I've been to Wales, and that's a good mile in the air. That's easily the elevation is that. It's funny. I used to live in North Carolina, and every day in July would be 100 degrees, or 100 degrees, and it would be 90% humid. The worst weather you could possibly have. It feels like you feel like you're swimming in the atmosphere of Venus or something, because it's almost impossible to do anything. I'll tell you, man.
Oh, wow.
You know what it feels like when you're walking through the fog and you're breathing the mist?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what it is when you're like, it's really hot and humid. It's like you're breathing the moisture. You can feel the moisture.
Oh my god.
That's awesome.
So,
That is just crazy too much.
let's cover some more of these stretch. Did we cover all the stretch goals? Oh yeah, we did, huh? Because you got them all covered already. What are we gonna add?
Right? I gotta figure it out. I think it'll probably be a bookmark. I haven't done the bookmark yet. So we'll probably throw the bookmark on there or a second sticker. I got to look at my files and just try to figure out which one I want to do first.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. What do we got? You could throw one of those commissions.
Ricardo's already maxed out on those. That one would be out of my hands. I've had other backers ask if I would add more to those, but there was 10, and that was it.
Well, see, that's what I say. I know you had a limit on it, and they were all gone. That's why I said you could throw one more, just one more.
Yeah. Right.
Random. See,
And it's funny actually because one of the people that chose that actually retracted their bid today, and somebody else jumped on it immediately, and it was gone again. Yeah.
Dude, we love the original art, man. There's no secret about that, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, if we can get a hold of something that's an original piece, like you said, you know, you look at all this stuff. Come on. Can you imagine if it's possible to get your hands on one of the original pages from Action Number 1 or
right? Wouldn't that be something?
Or just the
for me, it would be an original page of any Moon Knight comic. I'm a hardcore Moon Knight fan, so I'd lose my mind over that. But I also did the original art prize draws for the last campaign as well, and there was one backer in particular. His reaction was priceless. He was so happy that it just made me happy that he was so happy that it made it all worth it right there.
Kind of like me a little while ago when I opened up that package from MarV. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Did you see this that MarV sent me? I just opened this at the beginning of the show. Here,
oh, that's beautiful.
That is beautiful. That's insane.
Look at this. Look at this. Axl Rose, baby.
Wow. That is awesome. I really love that. I'm a huge Guns N' Roses fan. I like that a lot. I really like that. I seen him in concert here in Halifax, but it was the new Guns N' Roses, like Axl Rose and everybody else that wasn't from Guns N' Roses.
Right. I was, they had a show in Arizona. They were playing at Phoenix International Raceway. Huge storm washes the bridge out. You can't get out.
Oh.
You can't get out. There was people stuck there for a couple days at PIR. There's no amenities. There's no restaurants. There's no nothing out there, right? It's out at the edge of town in the desert.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, you had people that couldn't get out. The bridge was washed out. You're just stuck there. How many people you think were at that show that couldn't get out? That's a big show. It was I think it was Motley and GNR. I'm not sure who the other band was, but it was a big show, and a whole bunch of people got stranded at PIR for the weekend. You know,
I'd be an all right place to get stranded, though. If you were going to get stranded anywhere, you want to get stranded in some place like that.
Well, I mean, it'd have been cool if, like, you know, the bands hung out and played another show tomorrow.
I suppose.
But they all got to get in their helicopters and go away, see? All the people that were just stuck there, you know.
Oh, man.
It was really a mess because once the bridge washed out, I think there's 1 2-lane road. Only one. And you're talking about thousands of cars.
Oh, wow.
You know? So it was like crazy. It was fun, but crazy.
Right on. That's memory anyways, though, right?
Yep.
That's cool.
So, yeah, we'll definitely be finding a frame for that. But that's the kind of stuff that gets, you know, like I have a page from Rich's first book right here on my wall.
Oh, boy.
Okay, from Incantessi #1.
Okay.
We love that kind of stuff, man. And when you're
yeah.
offering an original page or an original piece of art as some kind of a unique reward, not one for everybody, but a unique reward in your campaign, you get fans for life. You know, I mean,
that's right. That's right. Yeah, and I've had quite a few backers that have been around since issue 1, and it's always gratifying to see them coming back.
Joseph, I do not want to try working with you. No, I do not.
I was when the campaign started, I offered just to see what would happen. I offered 4 pages of original art, and they were all gone within a couple of hours.
Wow.
Blown away by that. Yeah. No, I was pleased. Don't get me wrong. I was just like, wow, how about that? Yeah.
Rich
Same here. I did the original art for a couple of the covers that I had the original art for, and they were gone instantly.
Yep, that's how you do it.
Well,
look, you're right there on the verge of punching 20K American. You got 437 backers with 65 hours to go. That's like a backer an hour puts you at 500 backers, dude.
Yeah, my third campaign ended just shy of 20K American at 541 backers. So that's my ceiling. I don't know if I'm going to beat that this time or not, but that's my goal. That's what I'm hoping for.
Well, I'm going to say the ratio of return backers already end of campaign with the amount of return backers you have, you must have something good going on.
Yeah, well, the first day was 7K Canadian and 15K in the first week, right? So there was the pre-launch campaign was really, really successful. This was the first time I ever did one of those, and I highly recommend it to any creator out there to build up that hype before you launch. That makes a massive difference.
It does. It definitely does.
Yeah.
We work on Rich. We get him. Rich goes out here and he just draws and draws. He'll go out live on YouTube and just draw. I'm drawing this today. I'm drawing this today, and just kills it, But the whole thing is that he's getting people paying attention. People are watching.
Absolutely.
And then when he goes and kicks off that launch, and he says, "Hey, I'm giving some of this stuff away," bang! People were all over it because they get to see him work all the time.
Oh yeah. Well, you see, the thing is, it's like what you want to do is you want to bring into the reader. I mean, the majority of readers, they don't have. I mean, they have an idea of it, but they have something of a caricaturistic idea of it, or like something that you might see in movies, or something about how a cartoonist is, how crazy they are, blah blah blah. But for me, it's why not bring the readers into your studio to show what you do and how you do and what the process is and how you create the page. Like, how do you lay it out? Do you read from the script? Do you just instinctually go on from the plot and see what happens after that? And I answer questions. I ask questions of other members of the audience, and I wind up just talking to them, just like, like we're all friends, and it's just like we're all hanging out. Hey, Creators Outlet, what's up, Will? And we all just talk and we hang out and we commiserate, we meander, and it's a really generally good time.
Right on.
And what I do with those videos after that, and here's the kicker: what I do with the videos after that is, now that the campaign is launched, I'm going to start copying and pasting those videos on YouTube onto the Kickstarter update thingy and everything. So anybody who's a backer, or anybody who's a follower, or anybody who's on Kickstarter at all is going to see those videos also.
Yeah, that's right. Right on.
Watch the actual talent, they can see that, dude can actually do that. Yeah, I want that book.
Oh yeah.
This guy here, I don't know if you know this guy, Corey, but William.
I do.
Penn.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. I was on his podcast for issue 3 actually, around Christmas time.
Okay, it's time to get on his podcast for issue 4. I'm just saying.
Yeah, we were talking about it, and then yeah. Oh, thanks. That's awesome. That's great.
Find a minute for your buddy over here. Yeah, no. Also, RJ at Critical Blast. I don't know if you know RJ Carter at Critical Blast, but another great show. Another great show. He's also in the Madness.
Okay.
There's 20 or 30 podcasters in the Madness. There's 8 different shows blasting every night. That's why I'm doing this in the afternoon now, because I couldn't get no traction in the evening, man. There's too many other shows on.
Too many going, yeah, absolutely.
So I moved this one up. I get a little bit more. The UK crowd, they don't have to stay up till 2 o'clock in the morning to see my show. I can have a UK guy for a guest host now or a co-host now, so because he doesn't have to stay up till 2 a.m. to be on the show, you know. Also, we're catching them Australian people just getting out of bed and drinking their coffee. So we're getting.
Well, this works out great for Canada too, because at 9 o'clock it's the playoffs, and that's what everybody's watching, myself included. So this preempts all of that, so you get that extra viewership from up north as well.
Always finds time for returning guests. Check that out. See that?
Oh, look at that. That's awesome.
And
I've had to get past the anxiety. I find these podcasts, like, I'm fine once I get into them, but it's the few hours leading up to them I get all like anxious and nervous and cold feet, right? So it's I got to do a few more to get used to it.
Well, think of it like this: most of the people, like in my case, I'm not a creative. Okay, I'm a fan. And that's how this all started for me, was when COVID knocked all the tables down, all the cons down. I was like, okay, my little Facebook group, we're going to turn it into something different now.
Yeah,
and it became, you know, a networking and promotions group for you guys, because you didn't have tables to set up anymore.
That's right.
Know? I mean, that was just like a natural evolution. It wasn't planned. It wasn't scripted. Here we are a year later, and this is what it is. It's kind of like, this is going to be a thing now, regardless of the cons coming back or not.
Necessity is the mother of invention.
Shows, yes, these online shows and promotion groups and stuff like that. That's, you know, I mean, I'm trying to build a hub for everybody. I try to get all the podcasters to come to the madness and all the creatives to come to the madness, so y'all can find each other.
Absolutely.
You know, the podcasters got people they can book to their shows, and the people that want to be on shows can find all the podcasters, you know. So
I'm being blunt and honest. I don't know if I'd be as successful as I was for my first campaign as I would if I didn't find Bob. I'm being honest with you.
Well, okay.
It's the truth.
That's great.
But see, Rich had a great product. Okay.
Yeah, but
Rich,
how many more people saw that great product though?
Yeah, when I first saw it, it was like, oh shit, we're promoting the hell out of this from day one. It was that good.
Right,
you know? I mean, so, and that's not like he sent me a PDF the first day or anything. It was like my first encounter with Rich was during CRoM Con. Rich hit me up because I had Keith Williams for a guest. And Rich hit me up and he's like, hey man, can I come out and surprise Keith? Because that dude's like my mentor. That dude's like a father to me. And I was like, hell yeah, you can. I didn't know Rich. I didn't know if Rich was some crazy dude that was just going to come out and cause havoc on my show. I had no idea. But with the way he asked, the passion that he asked it with, I was like, oh, hell yeah. We'll surprise Keith Williams, you know. And Rich been my friend ever since, man. I just loved the way he is, the person that he is, you know.
That's one of the great things about the comic book community too, is I've met some other creators, and I've actually made some really good friends. If I stopped making comics tomorrow, a lot of these people I'd still be in contact with regularly, because there's just it's such a wonderful community, and I really don't say that lightly too. It's just really, really good people.
Yeah, there are a lot of good people. I found my people doing all this stuff, man. This is really great.
That's awesome.
It really is. It truly is.
I do have another thing that we have to do. You can hang out though, Corey.
Yeah, please. Corey, by all means, hang out.
I kind of blew off yesterday. Not blew off, but forgot to do a giveaway or two during CRoM Con.
Cool.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So what I want to do is I want to show the things I want to give away, and then I'm going to tell everybody in the chat, everybody, watching, listening, whatever, let me know that you're paying attention to this show. And I'm going to enter you into one of the giveaways for today. The other one involves the people who donated to CRoM Con support. I have some of those. Now, we didn't get the quite to the level I wanted to with each thing. So what I did is I just put everybody in here. The people who were entered in both drawings have 2 entries. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a winner, and then I'm just going to get with that person and let them pick what they want out of that stack of stuff I was, You know, I'll let them pick whatever they want. So here we go. I don't know who this is going to be, but what do we
Drum
got?
roll.
Katie Shaw. Katie Shaw. She's going to get to win either one of the signed books, one of the signed prints, or a piece of original art. One of those. I'll just go through it with her and let her pick what she wants. Katie Shaw.
Congratulations, Katie.
All right. That's
Katie.
one. That's one. I better make sure I write that shit down. Circle her name. All right. Katie wins. All right. And then the other one, though, is I want to give away a copy of Life on Korra 3 because Mike DeBruin sent me 5 copies to give away over the next however long, okay, of Life on Korra number 3. It's a beautiful book. What I want to do is everybody in the chat or anybody in the next 24 hours that comments on this post in the madness or on this chat stream, I will enter you in to win that book. All right.
Awesome.
So, you know, and then tomorrow I'll go through and get all the names, and then we'll pick one. I don't know. Next time I'm out here, next Monday, I guess. Sometime I'll let you know. We'll pick a winner, but I need names to choose from. So, you know, make sure you just hit me up and say Life on Korra 3. And also, there we go. There he is. RJ, 65 hours left in Corey's campaign, bro. I don't know if you got extra 10 minutes in one of your shows here over the next day or two. But, yeah, this is Sister Mercy number 4, bro. Yeah. Good stuff. Real good stuff.
Appreciate it, Pops. Thank you.
RJ was trying to give something away yesterday during CRoM Con, and everybody was watching a different stream because there was a big drama stream on yesterday. So, like, I mean, everybody that I know was over there watching that because it concerned a lot of the people that, you know, we network with. So they were all over there watching it. So the last couple hours of CRoM Con last night was pretty dead. But we do got, there you go, Tuesday night available? You good
Tuesday night this is Monday, Tuesday. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, he's in the madness under RJ Carter.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to write that down.
Corey's in the madness under Corey Hardiman. You can find each other. Hook that up. And yes, we know, Will. We know. Incantessi 2's taking off.
There we go. Awesome.
What?
So, yeah.
But my thing? It's
Will,
all right.
Yeah, Will was giving us the update, you know. Giving us the update.
Yeah, I'm at I'm at about 1,000 pounds. I live in the UK, so it's like 1,000 pounds.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm happy with this one because I did in 24 hours for this campaign what I did in about 6 days for the first one. So yeah, not
steady
bad.
growth. That's what you want to see. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pleased. So far, I'm pleased. Yeah, I want to do more. It would be nice.
Oh, for sure.
You know, so once I get that goal, I'll feel a lot better. I'll feel a hell of a lot better.
I do want to ask you guys to do one thing for each other.
What?
Rich, go into your updates and tell your fans that they should back Sister Mercy number 4. And Corey, go into your updates and tell your fans that they should go check out Incantessi number 2.
We have to. I usually drop some
my Kickstarter updates.
Yeah.
Yeah, I usually do that too. I do some cross promotion every time I put an update. Yeah. There's usually 1 or 2 campaigns at the end, and now I got to do an update for that retailer tier because that's a great idea. So that's what my next update's going to be referring to. So I'll add that to the end. Absolutely.
Hold on.
Right, I'm going to do that right now. I got to get let me get this thingy here. Starter. Okay, yeah, no, I'm going to do that right now. Actually.
Yeah, if you drop each other's links, it's I can't remember what you called it, a link swap or something.
A link swap, yeah.
Update trade. He called it something like that, but it was really cool.
Cross promotion.
Like, that's a great idea. Well, I mean, everybody, cross promotion can be anything. It can be connecting covers. Cross promotion can be all kinds of different things. Mm-hmm. But that was the first time I heard that somebody was actually talking to other creators and going, "Hey, I'll talk about your book in my updates, If you talk about my book and your updates, he called it an update trade or something. I was like, yeah. That's a great idea.
Yeah, I did it in my third campaign too, and it seemed to make a big difference as well. Especially if you can find another creator that has that similar customer base. If you have a similar style of comic, then you're really nailing it.
Yes, that's what Voodoo Nations and Mojo Risen did, connecting covers.
Oh, okay.
Each of their characters with the same background, you know, it was like cool. The two covers connected together. It was awesome.
That's cool, actually. I never thought about doing that before. That's a really good idea.
So RJ from Critical Blast, Corey Hardiman.
Hey
Corey. RJ, nice to meet you, bud.
Let me get my calendar out right here. This is my
okay.
This is where I put everybody in.
Awesome. I got my scribbly little notepad.
That's what I used to have, and I was like, I was just turning the page all the time, and then I would have to write down the lines: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Like, they pre-print these things. So I got one of the pre-printed
ones. I just have
ones.
a desktop one. I just have it on my desktop.
Oh, I can't do that.
I just got scraps with notes on it everywhere.
I got toys in the mail today.
Comicsgate Amphibious Android. Let me see it. Come on.
You want to see my amphibious Android? Check this out.
Nice.
Amphibious Android?
Oh, that's wild.
Oh, Jesus. What is that?
See how well it operates?
You don't even hop, huh?
My word.
Oh, he's hopping all over the place. So if you can't get like the more expensive, similar named product, you can get.
You go to Asia Toys? Is that what they?
Yes.
That reminds me of what I'm like before I have my coffee in the morning.
Which is where I got my my pump and squirt.
Yeah. Okay.
Pump and squirt, no comment.
and my fat uncle flatulence bag.
There you go. Cecil Flat, the Cecil fart bag. There you go.
Yeah. and probably my favorite part of the whole thing is the.
They did make a nice sticker.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And a pair of socks. So, I am.
I saw that package and I was like, remember I asked you, who's making the money? Who's making the money? That's what I want to know.
It's some CG people who are trying to poke other CG people.
Well, yeah, I know. I just wanted to know which CG people we were funding.
Let me just say that anyone who looks like their likenesses have been violated have not been violated.
Yeah, never happens.
Nobody's going to complain.
That's hilarious, though. It's a great idea. It's a great idea. One of those I wish I had. They're all functioning items that you can get, for your dollar store from China. All they had to do was print the labels for the bags, and off to town they go. Yeah. But it's still not as good as that stuff Ethan's putting out.
Oh well, come on.
Jeez.
This is a dollar.
Did you see the salamander? Did you see that big old giant?
Yeah, it's
wow. Huge. Like 14 inches long or something. That thing's huge.
I'd like to see the book, but I'm sorry. I had to say it. It was expensive.
It'll get there.
I know.
All right. So it's about time to cut this off. I got to go have a little meeting with Piper before Poppin' kicks off at 6 o'clock. But definitely wanted to RJ, did you still want to give away the indie thing?
I'm gonna hang on to it. I might do it next Sunday on my open mic thing.
All right.
Because I got streams.
Will Renner, huh?
Yeah, I got. the thing was, you know, we were talking last night, and we had the Warren Ellis thing up, we had the Sci-Fi for Me TV Gary Gygax thing kicking up, and I'm like, I got like 30 people in the chat, and I gotta go.
Well, see, and for me, it wasn't even like that. We lost everybody when the Indie Bowl Unearthed kicked off. And at the same time, you had the sci-fi going on the other. So you had two like big time drama streams that sucked everybody out of our audience. They were all over there watching everything else.
Although I'm super happy for Jason.
How serious was that podcast? The one where they had 1,000 people on that thing. Like
how serious was?
Because it was supposed to be a serious podcast or something like that. Where
the Warren Ellis one.
Well, no, I think the one where it's like the Terraform comics, whatever it's supposed to be.
Oh, no,
I only saw like 97 views.
Wow.
That was real. That was real.
Oh, man.
I know all the people involved. I had to sit on the sidelines and not say anything that would offend one side or the other during the process of them finally talking and getting it all figured out. Because I didn't want to make one side mad by standing up strong for the other side until they had all talked. Because I knew once they all talked, wasn't going to be wasn't going to be no mess anymore. They were all going to realize that they've been manipulated by one person.
I thought it was a 4-hour stream. I jumped. I watched the first like half hour, and then I jumped ahead. And I never did find out what went on. I was like, this is drama I'm not aware of, and maybe I'm happier.
I mean, I like to stay away from drama, so you know.
It's only.
Yeah, I don't even have a clue what you guys are talking about. It's all over my head. I didn't even know there was a Warren Ellis thing. I don't even know what's going on.
Oh,
drama is only drama for the people involved and the people who crave.
Yeah.
Something.
I avoid it like the plague.
That's why I'm so happy for Jason over at Sci-Fi for Me, because all he did was interview Gary Gygax Jr. and Gary said something that he didn't even catch in the stream because it didn't mean anything. But all of a sudden he got 9,000 views as of today on this video from last Wednesday. And it's all over Twitter because, oh my God, Gary Gygax Jr. banned from Gen Con.
I did see that. Okay, so I seen that was going on in my news feed in some other article. I didn't realize that was related to what you guys were talking about. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's one of the streams. And then there was another stream that had to do with some other people who folded their company to get away from somebody, basically.
Oh, okay.
Folded their company, just like caved it all in, just like, fuck it, we're done. And there was some issues that went, beyond that, obviously, because somebody was it was bad. It was just a big mess. I'm just glad that all my friends talked it out and they all are on the same page now. That's what I'm saying. The one guy who was the problem wasn't never really a friend of mine anyway. So, I mean.
Is he the guy who's not allowed on Indie Vault as a guest?
Well, there's probably more than one.
Well, I know that Varian was talking about, there's a guy who's never going to be allowed as a guest on Indie Vault, and he started.
I'm sure he's on that list now.
He started to say a name, and Randy stopped him like, "Damn it, Randy, I want to know who this is."
Yeah, it's probably he's probably on that list now. But if you go check out that video, just watch the last 2 minutes. Watch the last 2 minutes. That'll show you who the person they're talking about is.
Okay.
And he'll show you exactly who he is in those 2 minutes.
Oh, boy.
I'll go watch the last 2 minutes just so I don't miss it.
Yeah, just the last 2 minutes. That's all you got to watch. And then you'll know who they're talking about, and you'll see exactly who that person is. And then you'll know why being away from him wasn't a bad idea.
All right.
Well, I think I have an idea of who you're talking about, but I'm not going to say a word because I'm not going to speculate anything. No, I'm dead serious. Because
I'm clueless. I really am.
It's just stupid. I don't like paying attention to crap like that. It's ridiculous.
Well, see, I wanted to put a squash to it like a couple months ago. I wanted to just like slam some of it a long time ago, and everybody's like, no, you can't drama. Can't be drama. Can't be the drama. Can't be. And, it's like, now it became a big old huge drama thing. I could have nipped that shit in the bud 2 months ago.
And got clicks.
You know? But you know, it's like it didn't have anything to do with me personally. It had to do with my friends, and I was worried about anything I said was going to make one of my other friends upset with me. You know, if I picked a side in that conflict, it was like I wasn't trying to alienate anybody, so I stayed out of it. You know, now I get to go, yeah, that's how it was. Dude was an asshole. Glad y'all figured it out. Woo!
I saw Luke Stone in the center square. I'm like, well, nobody's upset with the pastor, obviously, so move on. Who's the next guy?
No, Luke's the one that got screwed out of it. He's the one that's
exactly.
Yeah, he's
but
the
I didn't
one
know
that
the
got,
story at all.
You know, he was the one that was getting losing the most, I think. You know, and then some other people went all in on the wrong side of that and found out they were on the wrong side of that, and they lost some too. You know, I mean, it's just a mess, man. But I mean, if you really want to know, you go watch it. You'll find out exactly who they're talking about, what they're talking about. Myself, I'm glad it's over. I'm glad they called dude out. I'm glad they're not attached to him anymore. They don't have to worry about being hurt by him anymore. Just like that.
Yeah, well, one thing I have to say, it's like when you work in an industry that is as condensed and almost incestuous as this one, you know, because when I worked for Marvel and I worked for DC, I mean, I knew all the editors there because, quite frankly, they just continuously switched working from one company to another. You know, I mean, one editor worked for Marvel, then DC, then Marvel, then DC, then Marvel, and then another company. You know, within a span of like 5 years. And it's like such an odd thing because everybody does indeed know everybody, or at least have heard of someone, or has done something with somebody, or worked on something or another. And if there's any type of like negative feelings, or if there's any type of subversive actions in order to achieve a greater status financially or otherwise, it makes no sense to me, because then it becomes like, after a while, you become a pariah. You know, and it's like, stop. You know, I mean, one thing I am not going to do is just, you know, call somebody out for anything specific or do any. I am never going to screw over any other artist or any other person that I work with, because it's not worth it. B, I don't feel like dealing with the backdraft or whatever it is. And C, I'm going to quote Danny Glover on this one. I'm too old for this shit.
Yeah.
Being honest.
Plus, why divide your own fan base too, right? Anything like that just pushes away some people. So why bother?
There's no point.
I would have had no problem if they wanted to come out on my stream and have that and do that show. That wouldn't have bothered me at all, because they were all, like I said, they were all my friends. Everybody you see on that panel is a friend of mine, and they were divided by this guy. This guy drove a wedge between them, and the only way I could stay, you know, civil with all of them was to not talk about dude and what he's doing. You know, I couldn't go over to one side and go, hey, man, that dude's really fucking you up, because then the other side go, why are you talking shit about my boy? You know what I mean? It's like I couldn't get involved in it either way. I had to sit on the sidelines, and like, I'm really glad they got it all figured out, because they're all my friends. You know? With that, I'm going to call this. RJ, get with Corey. Get Corey on the show tomorrow night. I'll be looking for that. I'll be looking to see that. Want to see them numbers popping up some more. Everybody go back in Cantesky number 2, because you know what's up. Rich is giving away some more art, y'all.
Giving it away. People are going to back it. I ain't giving that shit away. No. No.
Look, if you're putting it up there where they can get it.
Well, I already have. Yeah, I already have, and I already hooked up Corey with a really, really nice praise. So there you go.
Oh, beautiful! I'll do the same thing as soon as we're done here.
Whenever you can, whenever you want, if you choose, that's okay. I mean, I'm not doing it because, you know, I'm not going to do the whole one hand watch the other thing. You seem like a really good human being, you know, and it's like your comic's fantastic, and when I see great art, I'm like, well, that's enough for me. You know, it takes a lot. It sounds conceited of me, but it takes a lot to impress me, and your book does.
That's cool.
Truly.
I really appreciate it. I'll pass your kind words along to Ricardo and Fred as well, because they deserve the credit on that art. They're great. Yeah, they do. They're great guys.
Corey, tell everybody where they can find you, bro.
There's a Sister Mercy Facebook page and on Kickstarter. Those are pretty much the two things. And I think I'm at Sister Mercy on Instagram as well. Those are pretty much the only three platforms I'm on. I stay away from Twitter like the plague.
He's not on Twitter.
Come to the madness. That's where you'll find Corey, in the madness.
Yes.
Yes, that's right. You'll find me in the madness. Absolutely.
RJ, give everybody a rundown. Where they find you at?
At Critical Blast, anywhere. All of them. At Critical Blast. Or criticalblast.com.
Yes.
Now this guy coming out. Phil, I got to set up my next show, dude. I don't really have time to
here?
Yeah, now he's here.
I thought you said 5:30, dude.
There's a 5-hour time difference all the time.
Now look, I did say 5:30, but then I said 5 would be better because I have to set up my next show.
The door.
Well,
I'll give you
10:30 isn't all that great. You know, that's where I am now, man.
What kind of mess are you guys getting into over here?
I'll give you a few minutes. Go ahead. Give me a rundown. What do you got?
What did you? What I didn't know.
Anything you want to talk about that you're doing, Trev? What do you want to talk about?
What I want to talk about? I want to talk about comics, man.
Okay, well, then you...
drama talk stuff is like, I want to talk comics. Screw all that other shit.
We already talked all the comics. You weren't here, bro.
That's messed up.
Hey, you tell me
The drama was
5:30.
only like 10 minutes.
You tell me 5:30. I made it 5:30, man.
Okay, well, like I'm saying, you can have about 10 minutes, but I got to go set up my next show. I got popping at 6 o'clock.
10 minutes? Well, you could go set up the show. I could sit here and talk with Rich and everybody else.
Okay, you do that.
Rich is like, no, I want to go too, man.
I'm right here, man. I'm not going anywhere.
Bill, that's fine. Just be out the studio before 6.
Be out the studio. Here, I'm trying to set shit up. Got in the door.
All right.
Hey, Doris.
I'm gonna let Phil Man take over for the next half hour. I'm gonna go set up my next show. Rich, I will talk to you. Corey, always good talking to you, brother.
Thanks, Pops.
RJ,
I'm going to go eat dinner and set up my next show.
yeah. See, some of us got work to do. Rich,
Corey, yeah, I've seen some of Corey's stuff. That's excellent stuff, dude.
Rich,
Yes, it
it's your
is.
show,
Yes,
bro.
it is.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
Yes, it is.
It's your show, Rich.
Appreciate it.
I'm out.
My show. Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
it's your show. Co-host on Monday, man, not me. I did my
All
weekly
right. Well, here we go.
man.
All right.
All I was
We
gonna
still
do
have an
is-
audience, I'm sure. Corey, do you want to delve a little bit more into the story and the context behind Sister Mercy? Like a little bit more detail to bring a little bit more intimacy to your book.
Okay, sure. Some of the, I guess, some of the inspirations, I guess, for it. There's the main villain of my book is called Petrus Romanus, the Black Pope, and I'm actually drawing that from old Jesuit prophecy, the prophecy of Malachi, who's supposed to be the end pope of the end times, right? So that's where I come at that from, and I take a lot of historical conspiracy theory, and I'm trying to weave that into the overall narrative, more of which is going to get released with time. And the stories, it's a bit of a slow burn. You know, there is action. There's a lot of cheesecake in there. And it's, although I try to incorporate it in the story, it's not like, okay, next issue, new shower scene or something like that. I try to make it a little bit more believable and original, right? Yeah. So, but the story has reached a point now where it's being told the way it needs to be told. Like, I just feel like the vehicle for getting it out there. The story is telling me how it needs to be told now, right? Which is really fun.
That is fun. I have to admit, because it's like when you have an idea, when you have something that you truly believe in, and you're cultivating from one spot or another, it tends to take a life on its own, and each portion of that life is a big thrill. I know how that feels too. But what was I gonna say? How far do you think you can take this story?
Oh, it's going to take 8 issues, no matter what, to tell that first story arc. And I know the ending, and I have ideas for the next 2 stories that come after it, plus a spin-off if the interest is still there. But they're going to be much, much different. It's just not going to be, Sister Mercy Part 2. Here's the new threat. It's a very, very different take on it, right? But it all follows the same narrative at the same time. and really looking forward to doing a spin-off comic here as well after sometime over these next couple of issues. There's going to be an opportunity for a spin-off, which I'm already starting to pencil together. So I'm enjoying that.
So are you a writer and you're also an artist as well?
Not an artist, just a writer. I can't draw a straight line to save my life.
Gotta have the words guy.
Yeah. No, I hire everybody. Looks, my entire team works out of Brazil. My artist, my colorist, my letterer, they all work together. I couldn't do it without them. They're fantastic. And like even the sketches that I send my artist when I say, okay, these are the panels and this is what I want. Like I said, they're so rough, and somehow he's able to interpret that, right? And it's like I don't know how he does it.
How did you run into all the Brazilian artists?
He approached me. I actually I started with a friend of mine here in Canada. I was at work one night. I used to work in a warehouse. And a friend of mine from the other side of the country messaged me, and she said, I love your writing and I draw. Why don't we make a comic together? So I said, sure. Well, how about Sister Mercy? A nun walking through the desert with the whole idea just kind of poof was right there immediately without any thought. And we worked on it together for about a year. Didn't exactly work out. The project sat for a couple of years. And then Ricardo, the artist from Brazil, he came across it on Facebook and he approached me and he said, I really want to draw this. So I commissioned him to do the first pinup and I loved it. And it's just been roller coaster or snowballing since then. It's been fantastic.
Well, yeah. Good to hear, man.
Yeah.
Nicely done. It's nice when you have that creative synergy going. That
it is, and I have another friend in Ottawa who's had some extremely bad luck trying to hold down an artist long enough to complete an entire issue, and he's just had nightmare after nightmare after nightmare. So I find myself really, really lucky to have such a consistent team. No headaches, no excuses. I ask them for something, bam, it's right there, just like that. They're great guys.
Hey, if you can't find a colorist, send them my way. Speaking of which, you guys want to see some stuff? Because I think that's why Pops was prompting me to jump in, man.
I suppose.
Yeah, sure.
Why not? Let's see what
you suppose.
I wasn't. Just you could put it up now if you want.
If you want. Gee, thanks.
Rich. No, what?
Excited.
Well, what'd I say? I'm just like, okay. If you want to put your art up, go ahead. I'm not gonna stop you. Well, why?
How about
Look
you, Corey? You want to see some
what
stuff,
happened.
Corey?
I'd love to, man. I'm dying to see it. I want to see what you got.
Yeah,
there.
I can't wait to see your stuff, Phil. I got my hand on my heart and my other hand on another part of me. Just waiting. I cannot wait.
You should.
I do, and it's like, can't you tell that my other shoulder is twitching right now? It's just like,
I figure I co-host enough, man. I need to promo a little bit, man. I've been kind of quiet in the background.
Go right ahead.
Absolutely.
Please do so.
Okay, let's see here. We'll go to my art station because I've got a lot of stuff.
Art station.
Oh, there you go.
Station. You might even recognize some stuff in here, Rich.
I do? Like what?
Well, we'll go through and we'll see when we get.
Oh boy, here we go.
I can't click on the streaming screen. I got to click on the Windows. Okay, there you go. There's.
Yay! Just read.
One-off. I am the law.
And the law.
Awesome.
This is one.
It is. It looks. Phil is a very good colorist. I can tell. I can say that for nothing. He's very, very good. He truly is.
Oh yeah, it looks great.
You're welcome.
With all your work, man.
I hope so. I yawn. I'm sorry.
I hope so. I've been following your work for a while now.
Yeah,
man.
like half a decade at this point, because I first encountered you. I first met you right around the time I was doing. Oh Christ! I'm gonna love saying the name of this comic, Scissor Sisters.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that one was interesting. That one was.
I love the title. That's an awesome title.
You see, that's the thing. There wasn't that much scissoring in the Scissor Sisters.
Yeah, that was all in whoever's mind read the name, however they took it.
Yeah, well, of course I'm gonna. One of the covers that I drew on that one was, it was just like, it was like a table that had all the sewing kit and everything and all that stuff, but it had but I'm like, the mind that I have, I'm like,
yeah.
Okay. I'm like, oh yeah, Caesar, just like something like that. I was just, very South Park, and very Mystic Garrison was popping into my head at that point. I was like, well, all right then.
We got a music band here in Canada. I don't know if you guys might have heard of them, called the Bare Naked Ladies, and they're anything but.
Yes,
definitely.
No, we've absolutely heard of the Bare Naked Ladies. There's a lot of really good stuff coming from Canada. A lot of really great musicians who've come from Canada.
And artists, man. One of my one of my early comics run-ins and collaborations that I've do off and on for years now. Really good guy, Greg Kimmett up in Toronto, man.
Okay, cool.
Really interesting stuff. He's got a lot of dynamic flavor. Actually, there's a piece or two in here of his as we go through. This right here, this was, I'll just go through stuff pretty quickly here. This was with Joe Tolliver. They asked me to do something for their anniversary show because I'd worked with Joe on a couple projects before. They have Indie Comics Cast that they do some regular arting and talking about books and stuff. That was a fun one.
Cool.
This is one I did of a Randy Green cover that was done for Niobe Comics, and I know Larry over there, and he threw that up for anybody that wanted to mess with it, so I messed around with that
Randy
one
Green's
a little bit.
Good. Randy Green's very good.
And he's actually just got a gig. They're taking Niobe, or at least part of the stories, over to Arctic Press. He's got some other stuff going on there. And let's see. Here's the one that Will was asking about earlier.
I like that.
This is for a book over at Silverline Comics that I'm just getting wrapped up. It's called White Devil. It's by R.A. Jones. He's the co-creator of Bulletproof Monk from the old Image days. And, of course, there was a movie, but that was, the book's much better, of course.
Cool.
And, it is, I got about 2 pages and a little bit of cleanups on some other panels to do, and that's going to be ready to go, and we're going to be setting a crowdfunding release date for that. It is, let's say...
What's the name of that one again?
White Devil.
White Devil, okay, cool.
It's a reboot. What they tried to do in the early 90s, I believe it was they were trying to do manga Western comics crossover over at Malibu at the time. So it's a Malibu. It was rebooted from a Malibu title back in the day with newer and updated art and that. And it's going to end up being a 4-issue series. This will be the first one coming up of it, and then we'll get on to the other ones for that as the time comes. And but yeah, it's post-apocalyptic. It's a little bit sci-fi, or a little bit apocalyptic, a little bit sci-fi fantasy. One of my friends that knows about it, I think he described it best. If you're into the video game realm of things, it is like a cross between Red Dead Redemption and Dragon Age.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But I know from the writer, his basis for it and where his kind of inspiration of it came from, like the Seven Samurai or the Magnificent Seven, in that kind of realm.
Wow. Right on.
So that's what's up. It's what, Rich?
No, Akira Kurosawa.
Okay.
I just said that name out of nowhere, but it's. Yeah, I love your colors, Phil. I always have.
Well, thank
you.
Blah,
blah. You're welcome.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, man.
But
it's like I can't sing his praises enough. He's one of very few people that I would trust on my work. I'm very finicky when it comes to stuff like that. I call it my own graphic novel, and I'm just like, I don't want anybody else touching it. But Phil would be the other choice if I wasn't going to color it anymore.
I appreciate that, and I'm honored by that, man. And we are
honored when we're doing something. Yeah.
Well, we kind of are,
Yeah, we are. Yes, we are. I have to get on that stuff, and I have to talk to Carissa again.
The production has started. I don't know how much we should talk about that yet, but yeah, we got a little bit of something in the works on the.
We do. Man. Let's definitely talk about that off camera, and let's definitely talk about that tomorrow, because it's getting late, and I'm going to leave in 15 minutes. I'm tired as hell.
Oh, I understand, dude. I am too. It was a long weekend, man.
Oh God, I didn't fall asleep until 5 o'clock, and there was some stuff that I'm just like, I really need to just lay down and sleep. That's what I needed to do, and I barely got able to do that. But I will this time.
Yeah.
Right on.
That's for sure.
This one was a piece. This is something from a Richard friend. He had put out a call to. He was looking for colorists, so I did a submission.
I really like that sky. The color you chose for that sky. That's cool.
Thank you. Yeah, and this one I did a little more texturing. I do different various degrees of rendering and texturing, and this one I put a lot of texture and stuff, and threw some color holds in there and everything. But yeah, awesome. That one was fun because I like that kind of stuff. I like sci-fi or heavy metal feeling kind of things,
Absolutely.
This was from a page from a Sophizo Graphic O's book. This is just a buddy of mine that I ran into, I think through the madness actually. Mike Modell did the lettering. That one's a really fun story. It is called Phantosci is the name of that book series.
That's awesome.
And and of course I like to do painted. If you give me border room or you have open panels, I like to try and paint in. I do painted. I don't do I don't lay textures over or use images. I straight up ink or paint with brushes, various brushes.
That's awesome.
I do not believe in using textured images.
Every issue, I like to get 4 or 5 new guest cover artists and colorers. So I can see me hitting you up for some work for sure as the next issue comes around.
Oh, absolutely. Let me know. Yeah, I'm freelancing and I'm trying to do this as full time as possible. So
that's
anybody
awesome.
Interested, man, hit me up on the Facebook or any other social media. Find me at Phil Leon or PhilManX. That's my 2 monikers that I go under.
Cool.
Sorry.
This was. Oh, yeah. Wake up, Rich. You only got 10 more minutes, man.
I really, truly apologize. I'm not trying to be rude.
Oh, I know, buddy. I know your kind of schedule, man, and I totally, I empathize with you, man.
I rarely sleep. Yesterday, last night I slept for maybe like 6 hours, 7 hours, and that's like a lot for me. So because it's like it's just difficult. Well, let me ask you a question. Let me ask our esteemed guest a question here. Do you find it different? Do you find yourself sleeping less, or have you gotten yourself into a schedule where you'll be doing something like writing, whatever you're doing in editing and all that other stuff, and you just put it away after a certain point? I mean, do you have that like off button where it's like you just turn it off when you need to?
For me, I always compare it to surfing, and it's like when you catch a wave and the mood strikes me and I start writing or editing or whatever the case may be, I try to take it as far as I can, because I feel like as soon as I stop, it might be a little bit too long before I get back to it, so I try to totally take advantage of that moment myself. I don't know if that question was directed at me. I answered it. Sorry if it wasn't.
No, it was.
Okay.
It's a very that's a definitely great way of looking at it. It's more instinctual than based on anything chronological.
But I've also jumped out of bed at 3:30 in the morning, just waking up out of a dead sleep with an idea that's like, oh my God, this has to get written down, and go to the study and scribble it down. And next thing I know, it's 3 hours later, right? That's happened a time or two as well.
Yeah. With me, I try to stay on all the time. I mean, I get good flows, and I don't do the time schedule thing because, as Rich knows, I have some pretty screwed up sleep. So I'll get to stuff through the day. It just depends on when I'm feeling that flow, but I'm gonna get to it sometime that day, regardless, kind of thing.
Yeah, definitely.
I used to do that thing where I'd kind of get a block, but I kind of worked around that, and the best way that I found, and I've told people this, whether it's writing or art, even if you're not feeling it, just do a little bit of something each day. It doesn't matter if you're feeling it or not. If you're a writer, write down an idea you have for that story, or just a line. And if you keep doing that, it'll just keep flowing a little more, and there'll be times where it'll hit and you're not even thinking about it. And the next thing you know, you got a whole page, working,
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. That's actually the number one tip out of Stephen King's on writing as well, is, if you're a writer, write a little bit every day, just enough to, I would compare it, just get on the surfboard to see if there's a wave.
Yeah. If you're feeling the block, that's what I highly suggest. Just try and do something. I don't care if it's art. I don't care if you just put down a line, man, just something to make sure, and you'll get through that, and you'll get used to not letting that interfere with you getting done what you wanted to get done.
Yeah.
Let's see. Here we go.
Bill,
And here's the one Will
Bill,
is waiting.
Bill,
What's yeah?
If you don't mind, is it okay if I just depart a little bit early?
Sure, man. It's up to you. You know that, dude.
Okay, I just wanted to be sure.
I can shut down the studio, dude. It's all good. I got the keys.
Thank you, sir, Mr. Hardiman. Thank you for.
Well, thank you, Rich.
Thank you.
Pleasure
for showing
meeting you
us
both.
this amazing thing. Hey, likewise, absolutely likewise. If you want, send me a friend request on Facebook. But man, I'll tell you,
I will do both of you actually for sure.
wow, that's really strange for you to say, but that's okay.
It came out totally the wrong way. I was hoping nobody would pick up on that.
I don't know.
Well, like I said, Rich has got it bold. If you want to hang out, Corey, for another 9 or 10 minutes, there you know.
Actually, I'm good. I got to get ready to play here in Canada. My team starts in the playoffs here tonight, so I got to get into the beer and get ready.
Okay, we'll scroll through.
This started 28 years in the making for myself. It's I'm a hardcore hockey fan, and it's the farthest my team has ever made it. So it's actually kind of insane in my head. Montreal Canadiens. Montreal Canadiens, born and raised. Yeah, born and raised Montreal Canadiens.
Haven't they won the most NHL championships ever?
But they haven't won it for 28 years. 1997 or 1993 was the last time they won it, and this is the furthest they've made it since then. So Canada's completely partying tonight. Tonight's game 1, and I know I'm going to get a head start on the beer before puck drops. So that's why I was really happy when Pop said it was at 5:30. I'm like, yeah, it doesn't interfere with the hockey game. This is going to be great.
Oh, this is the cup. This is for the cup.
This is game 1 of the final series for the Cup. So the first 4 out of Montreal and Tampa Bay is Tampa Bay, defending Stanley Cup champions from last year, and they're good too. It's going to be.
What's
Tampa
that,
Bay.
Rich?
Barf. Oh, I know. I drew that a while ago.
But cool, guys. It was really great meeting you both. I'm going to send you some friendship requests on Facebook, and I appreciate the opportunity to get this out there, and hopefully we'll talk again soon.
Cool, man, we will definitely talk again soon, my friend, and I will. And you guys have a great one. Phil, give me a buzz either tomorrow or later tomorrow or something.
Okay.
I will talk to you guys again soon.
Cheers, guys.
See you, man.
All
Peace out, bro. All right.
Okay, let's see. I guess I got to close out the show. That's right. Oh, Corey, did you freeze, or are you still there? No, it froze. He's out. Okay, folks. Well, it looks like everybody left me in the studio by myself. Mwahaha. But no, I'll come out again soon and show a little more of what I've got going on, since I don't get too much of a chance to get some of that in. And we will catch you all later. Pops has some stream going on here. I hear Corey in the background. There he is. All right. Well, yeah, I'll catch you all later. I'll catch you soon. Peace out. Have a good day. Be good to each other. Bye.